Yeah. We here. What up? What up? What up? What up? You know what it is. Shouts out to the boy Cannon. You already know. Welcome to the Royal Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. How you feeling, Rach?
Great. And yourself?
You feeling good out here?
Oh, fantastic.
Right on, right on. Here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode number 3. We doing it. The Moses Project presents the Royal Podcast. I am your boy, the rapper turned actor turned pastor turned please don't put me in a box, Eddie Mo. And I'm with none other than the gracious, the gorgeous, the glorious Rachie McFlyness. How you feeling, Rachie? What's up? What's up?
Great.
Good.
Yes.
You know what it is. It's the Royal Podcast. Listen, we are bringing hope in a hostile world. It's all about 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. For you are a chosen generation. We're going to speak that over you guys today, that you are a holy nation, that you are a royal priesthood set forth to proclaim the excellencies of God. You are a people set forth for a possession, that you can walk out of the darkness into the marvelous light that God has for you today. So before we get into it today on episode 3, LeBron.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait.
You know
Wow.
what?
Hold on.
This is not a sports show, okay? But we will dabble. Is that fair enough? We will dabble into, especially right now. I mean, hey, we going live right now, and the game about to pop off right now, and I believe we're going to tie that series up. Nevertheless, man, so let's get into it. Episode number 3. Here we go.
You still got the music popping?
Oh,
what's going on?
Music playing.
I don't know. I just know. I know you love to jam.
Music is off,
That's
so we are good.
everything for you, right?
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
To just have some good music in the background.
Right. So, thank you all for tuning in. We are set forth to bring hope. Listen, episode number 3. These ain't our kids. We ain't got time. Why the Youngbloods don't have time? That's interesting.
A valid question.
I'm sure a lot of people out there might not have said it to us, but like,
thank you for that too.
How come Eddie Mo and Rachel ain't got kids though? Like, what is it? I mean, it is. We wanted to do this. It's graduation season, graduation edition. We are teachers, parents, coaches. You are embarking on summer break.
Yes, it's coming up.
Yeah, many of our teachers are probably like, yeah, thank you. I need a little break.
It's coming up.
Some parents are probably like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with my kids over the summer?
Yeah, that's real. That's real.
Real things. But listen, give yourself grace. First and foremost, thank you for all the teachers, administrators, educators out there that are out there just doing it in the trenches every day. With the young people, serving them, loving on them, caring for them. I know they might get on your nerves a little bit, but nevertheless, you spend some time in the school system.
Yes, we love being able to help see a student come in at a place where they're needing to have something being imparted to them, and they grow and they develop and they get it. And they're ready to move on to be promoted to their next season in life. That's always a joy.
Yeah, for sure. Always a joy. And for us, I mean, we truly, before we even get into that, I think that there is sometimes we obviously don't have biological children, and we've taken advantage of, you know where I'm going. We've taken advantage of not having young ones, and I must admit, one of the best trips that we ever took was a trip to Disney without children. Like, this was a wonderful trip, I must admit. We actually did 7 parks.
Yes.
In 7 days.
Yes.
This was something that we didn't plan on doing. It just kind of like, oh, let's go to Disney. And we would wait in line for an hour and a half. And it was fine. It was like it was blissful. Like, I'm sorry, parents, and if I'm not encouraging you right now, but I must say the trip to Disney without children was a special time.
Well, there were many children there. They
It
just weren't.
wasn't.
They just weren't our kids.
Yeah, right,
There
right,
were
right.
many there, and it was an opportunity to encourage parents along the way. I think
Yeah.
who were doing phenomenally with their patience. Just waiting it out and the endurance that they had, just enduring through those lines and just really modeling for their children how to have a delayed gratification. They weren't going to get on the ride immediately, but eventually they were going to get there. And kudos to those parents out there that were just continuing to be the calm, the people who were encouraging them. It's going to be okay. It's going to be a reassurance. All of that. It was fantastic.
That is. It was a great time. The Avatar ride, obviously, by far. I mean, I can break out here and just talk about the Avatar ride by itself was worth the trip, worth all the money that was spent. Just that one ride. It was just
Just
like,
the one. Just the one.
No, it was fun. It was fun. But even though like we obviously are around a lot of parents, even going to these graduations and not seeing our age. I think y'all kind of know how old we are, but like you look at these graduations and you're like, no, these could kind of be our kids,
Right. Yeah.
the people we went to
We're
college
there.
with or high school with
We are there.
are now graduating children,
Yes.
and
Yes.
we haven't started yet.
Mm.
Oh, so it's a little clue there. We haven't necessarily started having children yet. We're definitely, practicing too much. Okay, let's keep moving.
Thanks, Andy. Minio.
But I sometimes I'll be hanging out with parents, and I'm like, man, you know what? Shoot, brother, getting up here in age already. I mean, we good. We can be just community parents and just love people in the community. Because sometimes, and I know it's real, and I know it's tough and it's hard. Sometimes parents don't make you not want to have kids. Would you agree or disagree with that?
I don't look towards the situations at the moment.
Okay.
They keep coming back.
Yeah.
The children and parents keep coming back together. I think that's cool, right?
Right. When you win
It's a process.
Right. When you
It's a
win
relational
it's hard.
process.
I get it. I know it's difficult when you are in it. I remember when I first graduated from college,
Yes.
I started doing substitute teaching. And
Yeah.
And I was just like, let me try to, I can go into schools for a little bit and just make a couple dollars and love on these kids. Man, I remember I did high school, elementary, but
What was your favorite?
my favorite is high school. For
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
I remember doing second grade, y'all.
Second grade. That was one of my favorite years.
I mean, you can't show all your expressions on television here. I remember doing second grade, and I was like, no, this is not something that you just do. This is a gift, and this is a calling. I walked out of that from 8:30 to 2:30 or whatever it was, and I walked out of there, and I knew every single child's name. I knew a lot of their temperament. I know what they excel. Like just after one day, the level of intensity, energy that goes into teaching is bar none. Like, so I know teachers don't get enough credit, and we try, even what we do, we try to give teacher appreciation days and different things like that just to honor. And right now we're actually experiencing an exodus of teachers right now because of just a lot of things that are happening from even a safety context or, to, different to the kids and different things that's going on. And
wanting to try something new. And students, it's not personal. They love you. But it's just, there's some different avenues that teachers are walking in right now.
Yeah, that's right. So I do remember that, like second grade, I was like, this is not something that you wake up and just begin doing. It's something that you have to be called to do to be a good teacher. And we got a lot of
honestly,
good teachers.
you
was a pre-K teacher.
Yeah, but you could have been a great second grade teacher. I think I think that would be really fun. Actually, Eddie Mo came and read to my class one time.
Yeah, I
That
remember
was
that.
very interesting, very engaging. The students were really excited. And so, if you have anyone has an opportunity to go read to a class, I definitely encourage that you do that. The more touches that students get to see and have of the community, of different people and their professions, it's such a blessing to every student possible. So if you could do that, please do.
Yeah.
It would be great.
For sure, for
Very
sure.
welcomed.
Yes, indeed. I see you all out there repping Moses Project. They tuned in to the podcast. Appreciate you all tuning in.
Woo.
We are doing some good things at the end of the day, and we are, all jokes aside, we just want to let you know we actually love children.
Yes.
We are foster parents, and we have some episodes that are going to talk about that. We've fostered and done respite for 9 kids. Wow, last year.
Yeah. That was very cool. First year,
y'all, we fostered 9 or had 9 children in our home. We fostered 4 for a significant portion. And, and I know everyone might not have the stomach for it but even that journey was looking back and looking at that first year. It was definitely a showcase of the selfishness.
Yeah.
Like
here we go again.
Yeah, like
so we talked about that with marriage, and now we're going into the steeper with children.
Yeah, and I think kids are just the next level of, if you don't know how selfish you are, get some children in front of you, and they will expose you. It's like, no, I need my space. I need my elbow room. They're like, nah, bruh, I'm up at the crack of dawn. I don't want to go to bed. I want you to watch me do every single thing. So.
Yeah. That's really cool. One thing that I believe throughout that process, that time of fostering, something that God really laid on my heart is that truly those who feel that you can't foster, you really can, because truly all these children really belong to Him. And this is an opportunity to remember that these children, whether you naturally have them, whether you're having them by marriage, whether you're having them through fostering, they really all belong to Him. You're stewarding them. So if we can just remember to steward the children well, whether that's a teacher at school, however that may be, we just want to give these children back to the Lord, because He's really caring for them best.
Yes. I see you, JT. I see you, Mrs. Doris, Jennifer. I see y'all. Thanks for tuning in here. We love kids to the point where for me, August 1st is the beginning of the year for me. Like, it's not January 1. August 1st is the beginning of the year. We have both been in youth ministry I've been in youth ministry for like 15 years. From beginning at French, from since I was a youth. Soon as I got saved, God was like, man, go back until I got saved at 19, and I was in youth ministry by 20. Like seriously. And
do you feel typecasted? Do you feel like
I think so.
That's people where you hang?
Do you work with young? Oh, you must work with young people.
Are you a young person?
No, I feel young. I do feel
and
young.
That's a great thing.
Yeah.
Your childlike faith is fantastic. You just ready. Lord, I trust you. Let me jump out there. Let me just be there.
Yeah. They keep you on your toes for sure. So even just doing youth ministry has been a joy, to see people grow into, and now we are coaching basketball, and we absolutely adore and love these
we
Lady
have phenomenal
Lions.
Ladies. Yes, we have phenomenal ladies.
Shout out to the Lady Lions basketball team and Coach Moore and everything she does with that program. We have a wonderful basketball program, district champions. And, but even bigger than that, creating just a culture
for sure.
Young ladies to walk in true identity and true purpose. So
dignity, absolutely.
Yeah. So my new year is August 1st. I center myself around that. I don't know about you, Rach, but so man. But
I'll make sure to designate August 1. That's
these teachers
that's
we need you at the school. Who knows? Who knows? As we are in a season of planning a church and running a nonprofit, our heart is to run into the public schools,
Absolutely.
into the school system.
Absolutely.
We're advocates of higher
public
learning
school,
and
private
growing.
school, homeschool. We believe in it all.
Absolutely.
Wherever you are learning and growing, we're thankful Absolutely.
So, yeah, so loving on these kids, we are all about it, and we just want to encourage you, honestly, as we joked and talked about how we went to Disney without kids and and substitute and did all that. We actually have a great passion for young people because they are our next generation. They are important, and I know that sometimes it can be challenging when you're in the middle of it. You know, the time flies by, but when you're in the middle of disciplining and steering and helping to deal with the different personalities, the different emotions of children, and and then you have the different seasons of it. You have the infants and the toddlers, and then you have the tweens or the preteens and the and teenagers. You know, you have all of these different phases
Your
that
adult child.
Yeah, adult children. So
Yes. How to navigate all of that. One thing for sure that I would definitely encourage, again, you're not alone. It's important for us to have people who've been in those different seasons. So definitely for someone who has been there before, and then also someone who's coming up. I think that is a value, for us, that we really truly didn't feel alone. We definitely had a lot of people that were surrounding and encouraging us to say, you can do it. It may be really tough. It may be really difficult, but you can do it. The Lord is with you. You have people around you. That's why it's so important, I believe, to have and develop a community, because with different things like raising your children, just developing a solid relationship with people around you. It just takes people to help sharpen you and help guide you. It just makes us better when we have others around to help us with that.
Yeah. And you work with pre-K.
Worked with pre-K.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about just being in the school system, maybe like on a day-to-day, and you were part of the MAC program.
Yes,
like an
morning and aftercare.
So that daily, consistent.
There is something special about that. And students love routine. So one thing is people love routine, whether they love to admit that or not. But it's a benefit, and the students really do they learn the voice of the people that have been around them too, so they can hear that voice. They can really have self-correction. I believe that they can really rise to a higher level of achievement as well with these certain voices that have been in their life, the certain voices that have impacted them throughout the day. So it's comforting, it's encouraging, it's loving. Even when they're having a tough day, the consistency of knowing the people around them are going to be there is huge. When I was in elementary school, my principal was fantastic. I mean, just so relational, so encouraging. So for me, also that authority figure that was even higher up that was just so approachable, just made my school experience so great. It was wonderful. So obviously there was a set bar. He had one for sure. We knew that, but we always understood the level of love that was expressed from the top down. And I think that's also something to remember. But I believe it starts with, just being encouraged yourself. If you aren't encouraged as the person who's helping the teacher, if teacher's not encouraged, the parent's not encouraged, it can be really tough. So I'm just believing with you that you are doing it and you are doing it well.
Yeah. That's really good. To get your analysis on young people and on their journey, and to kind of walk that. And one thing sometimes I do hear maybe parents saying, maybe what are we going to do? And I believe, and there's even, just stats that just show like, it's okay when your child is bored. Like it's okay for them to, because that helps to stimulate them into creativity, into newer imagination, different imagination. It allows them to become even more of a self-starter, where they're not as maybe even apathetic about things. Obviously, we are in a generation, and I love this generation that we're in. Every generation has, we can look and be like, well, back in my day, but we do see probably more apathy within our generation, or the young people that are, I would say, maybe graduating, or and And sometimes that could be, for a sense of having everything given to them in a way instead of working or creating, the ability to even critically think. But nevertheless, I love the young people that are coming up, and I love what they, bring to the table. I feel like they actually are looking for a cause, looking for a purpose, looking for, I think they're actually moving beyond the social medias and because they were born in social media.
Okay.
It's not.
So you're used to it.
Yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. So, but yeah, like boredom is okay. It's okay for them to get somewhere and sit down. I remember being young. I had to just I just had to sit
In
down.
those
Like
old
being a
days,
kid.
you had to
Like, boy, if
just
you don't just go over there and sit down, I'll call you when I'm ready to call you. You know what I mean? Am I yelling?
I mean, and you were,
sit on that couch and watch a soap opera.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of, with that said, we are, we're praying and seeing, we love kids, and we are also wanting to understand, to know that even though we don't have children, that we want to come alongside parents that do have children, and we know that it's not easy.
No,
and who knows, we might start a daycare.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a name for it. Gwendolyn's.
Whoa.
In honor of my Aunt Gwen.
That's special. Oh,
Special.
Oh my goodness.
My Aunt
now,
Gwen
why?
is-
What made her so special?
My Aunt Gwen was always.
Not to say that all the rest of his
sorry.
aunts aren't
Yeah, for
special.
all my family.
All of you.
It might be tuning in or
You're
see
all
this later
special.
on. After school, I always went to my Aunt Gwen was my babysitter.
Oh.
For a long time, and not only that, she was a babysitter for a lot of people in the community.
Yes, that's cool. That's really cool.
She is
She's still
beacon of
active
hope.
in the community.
Absolutely.
And
in New Jersey.
Yeah, really trying to bring hope. That's so cool. That's so cool.
So cool. So you got this, parents. You got this. Summer is going to be great. It's going to be glorious. You're tuned in to Moses Project. Go to the website, mosesproject.com. If you like what we bring into you, bringing hope in a hostile world, calling you chosen, calling you blessed, calling you favored in the Lord. You can, if you want to support the ministry, we're doing a lot of work in the community, serving orphans and widows and helping in so many different avenues. We are literally a one-stop shop to community work in the city. And we're big on, like, after church, we serve as pastors, but we are out of the four walls type of pastors. We want to be able to be like, okay, Sunday happened. We had some amazing worship. We unified. We gathered together. We assembled as brothers and sisters in the faith. What now? Let's get out here and go, therefore, and make a difference in our community and allow people to see the hands and the feet of Jesus. I love that Jesus was one that said, I'm gonna feed you, and then I'm gonna preach, or I'm gonna share, but I'm gonna do something active in your reality. We're all going through different realities, y'all, and just to encourage you, as a mom, as a dad, as a teacher, as a coach, as a person that is leading young people, you are set for this. There is nobody better, and God did not make a mistake by giving you the children that you have.
Amen.
They are a blessing from the Lord, and you can do this. I know that it can be weary, it can be tiresome, it can be weighty, it could have all of these things, but I just surrender your children to God. They're always been God. They've always been God's first, and He will guide you and give you the wisdom on how to lead, even on the decisions that you have to make for them. Before they can begin to make their own decisions, like allow the Lord to lead you in those avenues, in those ways, and teach them early. Obviously we're big on education. Everything kind of goes back to academia, but we're also big on training them up in the ways of the Lord, and allowing them to see the goodness of Jesus. That Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. So, man, we love it. We love you guys. We hope this has been an encouragement to you all. This is the Moses Project. Any final thoughts, Rachie McFly?
I think also the aunts you brought up, aunts, cousins, all these people I've seen at the graduations that have held it down. I think it's so important to remember there's a community, there is a village that it takes to raise these guys. So I thank you to every single person that has decided to just step out and give encouragement to your niece, your nephew, your cousins, just all these people that they may not be your kids, but you're showing support. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing.
Yes, sir. And we out. Until next time, episode 3. These ain't our kids. We ain't got time, but we actually do. All right, peace out. Y'all be blessed. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then I go